Hello everyone. So a lot of you guys have been asking me lately if it's still possible to learn languages in 2019, or if it's still possible to learn languages at all. And well, the short answer for this is yes, of course, absolutely, you can still learn a language. Language learning is, it all boils down to the motivation that you have, your willingness to learn, your willingness to put the time and effort into it. The methods that you use, and I can't really tell you what method is going to work for you because we're all, wired pretty differently from one another. Our brains are pretty much different and they work differently and they learn differently. And so I couldn't really tell you what method is going to really work for you, for that matter. So I would say motivation, which should be, really strong motivation. So I would really suggest you grab a piece of paper and write down 3 to 5 strong motives, intrinsical motives, for which you have decided to learn a particular language, this particular language in the first place. And well, second is consistency. Be consistent in it. Do it every single day. It shouldn't be more than 1 hour per day of active learning. If it's if it's a new language. And maybe 2 to 3 hours of passive learning, which is, basically immersing yourself in the language, which is, listening to music, watch YouTube videos, Netflix series, etc. Reading something. And what else? So determination, consistency. Be determined and consistent. Find your motivation. So when you feel like giving up, you have a piece of paper in which you have written down 3 to 5 strong motivation, just to remind yourself to why you have started to learn this particular language, X or Y language, in the first place. And the method that you use, it's merely a trial and error process to find what method is going to work for you. I can't really tell you what method is going to work for you. For me, what personally works is I buy myself a book, an audiobook preferably, and I start listening to the language as extensively as possible. And this helps a lot to build to be acquainted, to get acquainted to the language. So find the methods that are going to work for you through a trial and error process. Engage as much as possible in the language. Create yourself a language learning environment. And well, that's that basically. Motivation, consistency, determination, and your willingness to learn and to achieve fluency is very important. And what else? Always try to break down your goals. Like, don't, never set yourself overwhelming goals when it comes to languages. Like, never talk to yourself like, I want to reach B1 in German or in Spanish. I simply, break down the goals always. Like, I want to be able to speak in a certain subject, be able to tackle a certain subject that I'm really interested in. Always learn, relevant vocabulary, and so on and so forth. A vocabulary that is relevant to your life, to what you want to talk about, to what you want to say. So yeah, consistency, determination, motivation. Be inspired, watch YouTube videos, get inspiration from other polyglots out there. That's also really, really, really important. Keep the motivation burning as you go. And that's that. Find yourself the optimal, create for yourself the optimal language learning environment, and that's it. So basically anyone can learn languages. It's not easy, yet it's simple. So I hope you guys benefited from this video, and I will see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.